it's not about race. It's not about color and gender and this and that. It's about who do you connect with? Who do you vibrate with? You know what I mean? Who's on the same wavelength? Who wants to be the same kind of person? Who wants to do the right thing when you want to do the right thing?
What's up, everybody? This is Mike for Flew the Coop. Today we're going to look at this video from Jason Aldean and how most people on the liberal left side believe this song is racist. I don't know what it is in America right now in 2023 after having a two-term black president. We had a black president for 8 years, a black lady, first black children in the White House. Somehow we've spiraled into this dystopian nightmare where everything in America is revolving around race relations, racial tensions. I don't get it. Anyway, let's look at Jason's video. Roll the clip.
Sucker punch somebody on a sidewalk, carjacking old lady at a red light, pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store. You think it's cool, act a fool if you like.
Come on. I mean, what a great intro. Sucker punch somebody on the sidewalk, pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store, carjack a lady at the red light. If people find this to be racist, so I mean, I don't know the song. This is the first time of me viewing it, but haven't we seen this in the news in America? Is this truly not happening? He's not making this up. This is actually happening in America. So
stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think it's tough? Well, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town.
I don't see the controversy just yet. I don't know how long this song is. Maybe a little bit more than 3 minutes, but we're spitting in cops' faces. We do see this in America, right? Where people are burning the American flag. We saw this through BLM. I've heard people on TikTok talk about a sundown town. I don't know exactly what that means or references, but basically in a small town, it means you're not going to get far because there's not that many places you can run to. You can get lost in the big city. We've seen freeway chases time and time and time again, year after year after year. Carjackings. Look at California. I'm from Los Angeles. You see this. I don't live there anymore. I got the hell out of Los Angeles for these exact reasons that he's talking about. Sucker punching, carjackings. I've been robbed a couple of times. My car's been broken into, stolen a couple of times. So the way I take it so far, if you're in a small town, everybody's neighborly. Everybody knows each other. Everybody's familiar with each other's faces, families, community. You know each other. But in Los Angeles, New York, and other cities alike that are too big, this is where you see a lot of this type of crime happening. San Francisco, don't get me started with that.
Got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're gonna round up. Well, that shit might fly in the city. Good luck, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a
where is the racism? I don't see it. I mean, people are talking about dog whistles, things of this nature. Where is the racism in this? These events have occurred and are still occurring in the past, have occurred in the past, still happening right now in the present. They're still continuing. We need to get back to some of these fundamentals of Americans. I think we've gotten too big right now, and we need to push the reset button. When we talk about crime, the Asian communities being targeted, the black communities being targeted. I never hear anybody coming to the defense of white victims. I hear when something happens to a black, oh my God, it's the end of the world. If something happens to an Asian, oh my God, it's a Latino, a taco stand. Oh my God, it's everything is racism, racism, racism. Racism is just in the air we breathe in America. And I don't know who created that narrative, and this is kind of what I saw when I was living in Los Angeles, which is a really super great city. I mean, they've ruined it. Democratic leadership has ruined Los Angeles.
Farmers are dropping their own crops for the day. A friend is in need, and they've come to help.
It's what this community and a lot of our communities stand for. Somebody needs some help, you'll get it.
This is the most important part. I think a lot of people in these huge metropolises, these huge Democrat-run cities, I think they've forgotten what community is, and I think we've gotten away from our brother and sisters in America. And I think the people that think this song is racist actually hate black people or hate other ethnicities or hate the country. There's one of the three. They either really have a disdain for America, they really are closet racist, and they're pushing their own ideology onto the other American people, to the American public. I don't see where you can find the racism here. I'm not a historian. I heard this courthouse had a lynching in 1927, but we can't have this revisionist history. If that was a place where some atrocity happened, and I'm sure if you can go across the whole country, you can find some moment in history and time where something bad happened. But we're not talking about 1927. It's 2023. So why are these people stuck in the past and they can't see any of the progress America's made with race relations, through gentrification, through interracial marriages, interracial couples? So when people say this is racist, I'm blown away. I don't see it. I personally don't see how anybody could look at this video through a pair of objective lenses and see anything racist about it. I understand there's some backlash and there's some controversy about the video location of this video, the location where this video was filmed. But at the end of the day, what are we talking about here? He's just basically calling out the criminality we see on television 24/7. Go to your local news feed. You will see crimes, carjackings, sucker punching, everything sucker punches. What I see on the left is they can't even call out their own bias. They hate the country so much. Some of the liberals, some of the Democrats hate the country so much, in my opinion, that they can't even call out crime for what it is. They have racialized crime. People that are committing crimes, I don't know what happened. I don't know why we all just can't be Americans. Everything is hyphenated, African this, Latino that, Asian this. Maybe if we just started at the bottom and work our way up, which is actually sad because I thought we made a ton of progress after Obama was elected, or even prior to Obama being elected. I don't remember so much racial tension from what I see now happening in America. So I don't know. When you can't even see your own biases, to point out and just call apples apples and oranges oranges, there is crime happening in America. The percentages of black people who commit these crimes, I do not know, but I've heard people talking about dog whistles on TikTok, how there's overt racism and covert racism and all this racism and isms. I'm really frustrated for America and Americans. People have dug in their heels just for the sake of doing it, even if it means driving the country into the ground. I really don't know what's happening, but going back to my original point, Jason Aldean's video is a unifier. I think it's a heater. It's a banger. I think it's a very nice song. It's not something I would personally play, but just from the lyrical standpoint, fabulous song. Kudos to Jason Aldean. And that's it. We have a lot of work to do. So this is it for my commentary. This is Mike for Flew the Coop. Until the next one, peace.
And unfortunately, this became the #1 song on US iTunes.